Have you ever started your morning with a tall glass of orange juice, thinking it's a healthy choice? Or reached for a 100% fruit blend from the store shelf because the label promised vitamins and antioxidants? What if I told you that some of these fruit juices, especially the ones we trust the most, could actually increase your risk of stroke, and not by a little? Stroke is the fifth leading cause of death in the United States, and for older adults, it's a condition that can change life overnight. But new research is revealing a surprising culprit behind rising stroke risk in people over 50. Sugar-packed fruit juices that disguise themselves as health foods. A recent international study tracked over 27,000 people and found that those who drank 2 or more servings of fruit juice drinks a day had a 37% higher risk of hemorrhagic stroke. That risk more than doubled in women. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time visiting the channel, we hope you will subscribe, which is a great source of encouragement to help us spread more interesting and useful content. Today, we will explore the hidden dangers in popular fruit juices and how to make safer, smarter choices every day. Have you ever noticed changes in how your body reacts to certain drinks? Share your experience in the comments below. Section 1. What science really says about fruit juice. For decades, the message seemed clear. Fruit juice equals health. We were told it was a natural source of vitamins S, especially vitamins S speciale, that it was part of a balanced breakfast. But science has a different story to tell, especially for older adults. Let's look at the facts. A major international study called INTERSTROKE, involving over 27,000 participants from 27 countries, has drawn a firm connection between frequent consumption of sugary drinks, especially fizzy sodas and sweetened fruit juices, and increased risk of hemorrhagic stroke. This type of stroke, caused by bleeding in the brain, can be sudden and devastating. Participants who drank 2 or more servings per day of fruit juice drinks, not fresh fruit, faced a 37% increase in stroke risk. The danger wasn't just theoretic, translated into real-life hospitalizations and long-term disability. Even more concerning, for women in particular, the risk was more than doubled at higher levels of juice intake. And these weren't sodas, these were drinks marketed as healthy and natural. Many people consumed them believing they were doing something good for their bodies. Why is this happening? The culprit isn't the fruit, it's the sugar and the lack of fiber. Most commercial fruit juices, especially those made from concentrate or with added sweeteners, deliver a powerful sugar load in liquid form. This causes a rapid spike in blood sugar and insulin, which over time damages blood vessels and increases blood pressure, both major stroke risks. And there's another hidden danger. Juice calories don't satisfy hunger the same way solid foods do. This means people often drink more without realizing it. 1 glass of store-bought grape juice, for example, can contain the equivalent sugar of 4 glazed donuts. Yet it slips down smoothly and quickly, leading to sugar overload. Let's be clear. The study doesn't say fruit itself is harmful. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Researchers consistently find that eating whole fruit is protective against stroke. Why? Because fresh fruit comes with fiber, antioxidants, and a slower digestive process that helps regulate blood sugar and supports cardiovascular health. But when fruit is stripped of its fiber and processed into juice, especially with additives and concentrates, the body reacts more like it would to soda than to actual fruit. So what does this mean for us, especially as we age? It means we need to look past the colorful packaging and the comforting labels. Just because something says, made with real fruit, doesn't mean it's good for your heart or your brain. And after age 50, when our blood vessels become more sensitive and our metabolic health more fragile, these choices matter more than ever. It also means moderation is key. An occasional small glass of real, fresh pressed juice is fine, especially if it's balanced with other whole foods. But relying on juice as a daily health habit, especially those found on grocery store shelves, can quietly increase stroke risk without you even realizing it. Knowledge is power. When we know better, we do better. And today's science gives us a powerful reminder. Not all fruit drinks are created equal, and some may be doing more harm than good. Section 2. The difference between whole fruit and juice. It's easy to think that fruit juice and fresh fruit are basically the same thing, just one in a glass, the other on a plate. But biologically speaking, your body treats them very differently. And when it comes to protecting your heart and brain, that difference is critical. Let's break it down. When you bite into an apple, you're not just getting fiber, water, pulp, and natural sugars, all bound together in a form that takes time to chew and digest. That process slows the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream and gives your body time to regulate it naturally. Now compare that to apple juice. Even if it's 100% juice, once you remove the fiber and blend everything into liquid form, your digestive system absorbs the sugars, rapidly causing a spike in blood glucose and insulin levels. This roller coaster effect stresses your blood vessels and can lead to inflammation, oxidative stress, and eventually higher blood pressure. And that's not all. Fruit juiceven, fresh pressed, at homophone, contains much more sugar than you realize. For instance, to fill an 8-ounce glass of orange juice, you'd need about 4 medium oranges. You'd probably never sit down and eat 4 whole oranges at once, but it's easy to drink them in a few sips. That concentrated sugar load, even when natural, is tough on the body, especially as we age. This matters for people over 50, because our ability to manage blood sugar and blood pressure gradually declines with age. Insulin sensitivity drops, arteries become stiffer, and the consequences of daily sugar overload, fatigue, weight gain, inflammation, and yes, even stroke risk become more serious. Another key point. Whole fruit contains flavonoids, antioxidants, and vitamins that are often lost or reduced during juicing and processing. A blueberry eaten whole delivers far more protective plant compounds than the same berry in a sweetened juice blend. Let's not forget satiety either. A pear keeps you full. A pear juice, not so much. When we feel satisfied, we're less likely to snack on sugary treats or overeat later, which is one more reason why whole fruits support healthy weight and blood sugar control. So what's the takeaway? If you enjoy fruit, choose the whole form. Apples, berries, citrus, pears, grapes, all of these offer incredible health benefits when eaten whole. If you love juice, limit it to a small amount, and try diluting it with water or pairing it with fiber-rich foods to slow absorption. Remember, it's not about giving up sweetness, it's about choosing how that sweetness enters your body, and how much good it does along the way. Section 3. Better beverage choices for brain and heart health. Now that we know how sugary fruit juices can quietly raise the risk of stroke, the next question is simple. What should we drink instead? The good news is, there are plenty of delicious, refreshing options that not only hydrate, but also support your heart and brain, especially as we age. Let's start with the most powerful choice of all. Water. Water is more than just thirst, helps regulate blood pressure, keeps your blood vessels flexible, supports kidney function, and even improves brain clarity. Older adults often drink less water than they should, partly because thirst signals fade with age, but mild dehydration is common and can contribute to fatigue, confusion, and slower circulation. Aim for 6 to 8 cups of water a day. If plain water feels boring, try infusing it with slices of cucumber and mint. Refreshing and anti-inflammatory lemon and ginger supports digestion and immunity. Berries and basil, antioxidant, in flavorful. Next, consider herbal teas. Unlike sugary bottled teas, herbal teas are naturally caffeine-free and can offer real health benefits. For example, chamomile calms the nervous system and supports sleep. Hibiscus can help lower blood pressure. Peppermint supports digestion and can ease bloating. Serve hot in the winter or iced in the summer. Just skip the sugar or use a light touch of honey if needed. Now let's talk about smoothies, but with a twist. Many commercial smoothies are loaded with hidden sugars, but when you make your own, you're in control. A senior-friendly smoothie might include 1/2 cup of plain Greek yogurt, protein and probiotics, 1/2 banana or 1/4 avocado, potassium and healthy fat, handful of spinach or kale, fiber and folate, berries or sliced apple, antioxidants, water or unsweetened almond milk, low-calorie base. Blend it all and enjoy a beverage that nourishes your body without spiking your blood sugar. What about coffee or tea? Moderate black coffee and green tea can be beneficial when consumed without sugar or creamers. Both offer antioxidants and may reduce the risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Just keep it to 1 to 2 cups a day if you're sensitive to caffeine. For those who enjoy a little fizz, try sparkling water or seltzer with a splash of real fruit juice, just a tablespoon or 2. You'll get flavor without the sugar overload. Here's a helpful rule of thumb. If it's clear and has no added sugar, it's probably good. If it's colorful and comes in a bottle, read the label twice. Hydration doesn't have to be boring. It can be creative, soothing, and delicious. Most importantly, the right choices help maintain healthy blood flow. stable blood pressure, and sharp mental clarity, all essential for preventing strokes and living well over 50. Every sip we take is a small act of care, and when we build that habit into our daily lives, the long-term benefits are powerful. Section 4. How to read labels and shop. Smart. One of the biggest traps seniors fall into is trusting the words on the front of the bottle. 100% juice, all natural, no sugar added. These claims can sound reassuring, but they don't always tell the full story. To truly protect your health, especially as you age, it's time to become a label detective. Let's learn how to read between the lines. 1. Check the serving size first. Many juice bottles contain 2 or even 2.5 servings per container, even though it looks like a single drink. That means if the label says 20 grams of sugar per serving, you might be drinking 50 grams of sugar without realizing it. Tip: always check the number of servings per container, not just per serving. 2. Understand natural sugars versus added sugars. Even if a juice says no added sugar, it can still be high in natural sugars, and your body reacts to them the same way. 1 cup of grape juice, for example, may have over 35 grams of natural sugar, about the same as a can of soda. Added sugars, like high fructose corn syrup or cane sugar, are even worse. They spike blood sugar faster and contribute to weight gain, inflammation, and blood pressure issues. Tip: look for added sugars on the nutrition facts panel. You want this number to be as close to 0 as possible. 3. Beware of fruit cocktails, blends, or from concentrate. These terms usually mean the product is processed and mixed with other ingredients, not just pure fruit juice. From concentrate means the water was removed from the fruit and then added back later, often with flavor enhancers, preservatives, or sweeteners. Tip: if you must drink juice, choose cold-pressed or fresh-pressed and drink only small amounts. 4. Watch out for hidden sweeteners. Ingredients like evaporated cane juice, fruit juice concentrate, agave nectar, or rice syrup may sound healthier, but they're still sugars, and they affect your body just like white sugar does. Tip: if sugar or any of its forms is one of the first 3 ingredients, skip it. 5. Count the ingredients. The best beverages are simple: water, herbal tea, or a juice that contains 1 or 2 fruits. Nothing else. If the ingredient list is long or filled with words you can't pronounce, it's likely more processed than you think. Tip: aim for drinks with 5 ingredients or fewer. Less is more. 6. Look at the total carbohydrate content. Even if the sugar count seems okay, a high total carb count still spike your blood sugar. Tip: choose drinks with less than 15 to 20 grams of carbohydrates per serving if you're managing blood sugar or stroke risk. By becoming smarter at reading labels, you empower yourself to make better choices every time you shop. You're not just buying a drink, you're protecting your future health. 1 helpful habit: take a pair of reading glasses with you when shopping, and give yourself a few extra minutes to inspect new products. Over time, this practice becomes quick and automatic, and your body will thank you for it. Shopping smart is a quiet, powerful form of self-care. And for those over 50, it's one of the best ways to take charge of your health without giving up the flavors you love. Section 5. A day in the life. The healthiest drinks for seniors. Let's bring it all together with a practical question. What does a healthy drinking day look like for someone over 50? It doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, keeping things simple, consistent, and enjoyable is key. Here's a sample daily hydration plan tailored to support heart, brain, and overall vitality as you age. Morning rehydration and gentle energies. Start your day with a glass of warm water with a slice of lemon. This helps jumpstart digestion, rehydrate after sleep, and gently stimulate circulation. Coffee or tea. Go for black coffee or green tea. Just skip the flavored creamers and sugars. If needed, add a splash of unsweetened almond milk or a pinch of cinnamon for taste. Avoid packaged breakfast juices that come loaded with sugar, even if labeled no sugar added. Mid-morning, natural nutrient boost. Make a fiber-friendly smoothie. 1/2 banana, handful of berries, 1 tablespoon chia seeds, 1/2 cup Greek yogurt water, or unsweetened plant milk. This gives your body antioxidants, protein, and slow-releasing carbohydrates without the crash. Lunch. Support circulation and digestion. Stick with plain water or lightly infused water. Try cucumber plus menthol, lemon plus ginger, apple slices plus cinnamon sticks. Pair your meal with high-fiber foods like leafy greens, lentils, and lean proteins to help manage blood pressure and keep blood sugar steady. Avoid iced teas or lemonades from restaurants. These are often packed with syrups and sugars. Afternoon. Stay alert and hydrated. You're feeling sluggish. Try a cup of herbal tea like hibiscus, great for lowering blood pressure, or peppermint, refreshing and good for digestion. Craving fizz? Mix sparkling water with a splash of pomegranate or tart cherry juice for a flavorful, stroke-smart refresher. Avoid energy drinks, flavored water enhancers, or bottled fruit punches. Even small servings can spike your sugar intake. Evening. Winding down gently after dinner. A warm cup of chamomile tea can relax your nervous system and promote restful sleep. Drink a small glass of water before bed to stay hydrated, but not so much that it disrupts your sleep. Hydration tips for the whole day. Keep a water bottle nearby all day. Out of sight means out of mind. Visibility encourages sipping. Use a hydration tracker. Write it down or use a simple phone app. If you take medications, ask your doctor how they affect your hydration needs. Many older adults unknowingly live in a state of mild dehydration that not only increases the risk of stroke, it also affects balance, memory, digestion, and mood. But the good news, every cup of water or healthy drink you choose is a step in the right direction. By following a routine like this filled with calm, consistent choices, you nourish your body from the inside out. You don't have to be perfect, just intentional. Because over time, every small decision adds up. It's amazing how one simple habit like sipping fruit juice every day can carry hidden risks, especially as we age. But here's the empowering part. Just as small habits can cause harm, small changes can also bring healing. Let's be clear one last time. Fruit is not the enemy. Whole, fresh fruits are full of vitamins, antioxidants, fiber, and healing compounds that protect your heart and brain. They belong in your kitchen, on your plate, and in your hands. The real risk lies in what pretends to be healthy packaged fruit juices that are often stripped of fiber, concentrated with sugars, and dressed up in misleading labels. For older adults, especially those managing blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes, these drinks can silently sabotage your health over time. But you're not powerless. You've already taken the most important step: awareness. Now you know what to look for on labels, how to spot sneaky sugars, why water, herbal teas, and real fruit are better choices, how to structure your day for consistent, smart hydration. More importantly, you know that healthcare is a daily journey. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be consistent. Don't worry if you've had juice every day for years. Don't panic if your favorite breakfast drink turned out to be less helpful than you thought. This is not about guilt. This is about growth. That today is a fresh start. That start small. Replace one glass of juice with a glass of water, infused with fruit. Try eating an orange instead of drinking one. Sip tea instead of soda. Read one label more closely than you did yesterday. Over time, these small changes become powerful habits, and they support not just your brain and heart, but your energy, mood, independence, and quality of life. You deserve that. You deserve to feel well, to age with strength, to enjoy your meals and drinks without fear but with wisdom. And that's exactly what we're here to help you do. If you found this video useful, please share it with your loved ones, especially those who still believe fruit juice is always a healthy choice. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, so we can continue to walk with you on this journey to better health, one sip at a time. Healthcare is a daily journey. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be consistent.